Welcome to Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. This podcast delivers insights on what makes businesses, teams, and people successful based on real-life business experiences. Following a career with America's largest associations, JP Murray founded the Murray Company, one of Washington, D.C.'s most successful consulting firms. The company was acquired successfully and enabled him to launch JP Murray Racing, a business development and sponsorship agency for auto racing teams. Here is JP.
Hello, everyone. It's JP Murray, Push to Pass podcast. Today's episode is for everyone feeling a little stuck, frustrated, out of balance, concerned about the Q4 activity and the results. We're going to dig into the real connection between sacrifice, ambition, and what it takes to close the year strong, both in your career and in sales. I've been thinking about sacrifice and ambition. You know, if you're not happy with your professional life, it might come down to an imbalance or a gap in two things: your sacrifice and your ambition. Sacrifice looks like long hours, time away from family, late nights, frustrations with clients, maybe skipping a paycheck or two while you're scaling your business if you're an entrepreneur. It's the time that you're learning things like that and going through those experiences instead of chillaxing. It's no vacations. It's on all the time. And then you've got ambition, right? The drive to be the best. And the folks that I find that are bitter and most unsatisfied in professional life are the ones who have big ambition but have not made peace with the level of sacrifice it takes to reach that ambition. You can't want to be at the top if you're unwilling to make the climb and do all the things and have the struggles. For me, I wanted to coach and be with my family during my kids' athletic careers, and that meant sacrificing a traditional career trajectory and in some cases revenue and salary. But I'm completely content with that decision. But there was a time that I had to recognize the imbalance between the two. So I challenge you to tell yourself the truth. What are you really willing to give up to achieve what you say you want to achieve or what you dream about? You can't have both unlimited ambition and minimal sacrifice. The balance is what gives you peace and the recognition that there's a tension between the two. Segment number 2 is rethinking negotiation. Now that you've come to this clarification around ambition and sacrifice, let's talk about how we're actually doing things. Let's pivot to what every professional faces, and that's a negotiation of some type. If you want to be a better negotiator, because I've got deals in the pipeline right now I'm thinking about, instead of winning the deal, start thinking about what actually matters most to both sides of the negotiation. Every great negotiation I've ever been a part of come down to communication, not the tactics or pressure moves. It's asking the questions and really listening to uncover what is most important to the party you're negotiating with. Price might not even be the issue. It could be timing, flexibility, recognition, or long-term value. And my sense is the prospect has given you clues or told you directly about those things. And when you understand what matters most to the prospect and to yourself, you can structure a deal that everyone can feel good about. And that's not just negotiation, that's also investment in the long-term relationship that you're going to have with the partner. Remember this: the best deal makers communicate first and negotiate second. They're listening. That kind of brings me to the final segment, and that's finishing your Q4 very strong. When I'm recording this, we're in the fourth quarter of 2025. It's crunch time. Let's talk about some sales moves that can help you finish. First, I want you to refocus on your pipeline. Don't chase every deal. Double down on the prospects who can close now. Prioritize real opportunities. Some might have to wait until next year because every one of them should be either moving up in likelihood or moving out because there's a lack of communication or dialogue or responsiveness. Second, think about over communicating on the good deals. Too many of us think, man, I called them already this week. I'm going to regroup next. I wouldn't do that. I want to turn up the frequency, ratchet up the urgency because they want to do the deal too, as well as you, because you've focused on the things that are most prominent and are most likely to close. So I'm calling, texting, meeting, staying connected, giving them updates on any developments or new things in the negotiation you might want to convey. The best deals happen because people stay in sync, especially when everyone's distracted by holidays and budgets and all that kind of stuff. Keep communicating about the deals. Finally, set up the next lap for yourself, 2026. Don't wait until January. I'm reformatting my podcast, reworking my marketing plan right now. It's all about getting those things in place. Then I flip the switch in 2026 and I'm running downhill already. As you push through Q4, think about requalifying your deals, over communicate with your best prospects, and build momentum on a couple projects that will carry you into next year really fast and strong and with lots of momentum. That's it for today's Push to Pass podcast. I hope you'll take a few minutes to reflect on your own balance between ambition and sacrifice, apply that honesty, and also think about how you're negotiating. Think about how you're selling the most important deals and closing them out this year. Let's finish strong, my friend. I'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you for listening to the Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. If you would like to sponsor Push to Pass, send an email to jp@jpmurray.com. Follow JP on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. His website is jpmurray.com. Until next time, push yourself to pass the competition. Thanks for listening.